Celebrity relationships are very often without their ups and downs. But when it comes to Blueface and Chrisean, it seems like their relationship is less like a roller coaster and more like a plummet off the edge of a cliff. Violence and ruined careers seem to follow their pair like a bad smell. Sure, they ended their relationship, but with a baby on the way, the two are now forever linked. So now we have to ask if this is just another way that Blueface has ruined Chrisean, or if there's more at play. What better way to build a healthy relationship than having a reality show where OF stars fight for a man's attention? This is exactly how Blueface and Chrisean met on a 2020 reality show called Blue Girls Club. Chrisean made herself stand out by being more aggressive than the other women, making sure she was the center of Blueface's attention and, eventually, his affection. Right from the start, it was clear there was something about Chrisean that was just different from the other girls in the house. She was louder and not afraid to be loud to get what she wanted. And what she wanted at that point was Blueface. She even got into a fight with the mother of Blueface's child, in which case she lost a tooth. But Blueface was no angel in all of this either. Some would say that his show, Blue Girls Club, was sexist and exploitative of women, almost like he was trying to replicate what Hugh Hefner had with the Playboy Mansion or the hit reality show The Bachelor. However, unlike The Bachelor, the winner was signed to the Blueface's label, keeping her financially tied to him even after the show had aired. In the end, it was Chrisean that won the show, and their relationship was really able to take off, but unfortunately, it did not go well for either of the two. Despite being on and off again, a handful of legal charges were brought against them, including the pair allegedly being caught selling crack and driving a stolen vehicle. They were still considered a hot enough couple for the pair to be offered their own spin-off reality show, Crazy in Love. While most reality shows that have to deal with domestic abuse and even attempted murder are few and far between, Crazy in Love instead leans into their dysfunctional relationship, making a spectacle of the harm the two are bringing to each other. The show's description makes it pretty clear. Take a deep dive into the trials and tribulations of one of hip-hop's hottest couples, Chrisean Rock and Blueface. This documentary series shows the complex ups and downs and successes of their unorthodox and turbulent relationship. So it would seem as though the pair is fully aware of their issues and is not only embracing them, but monetizing them. With so much blame flying around, we wanted to take a deep dive into the pair and to see if one or both of them were to blame for the ways things ended. Blueface is a rapper with a successful career, a big mansion, and his own record label. It would seem as though he had everything a man could ever want, but when he met Chrisean, he would think again. Blueface is unfortunately not without red flags, especially considering how it would seem his romance only really took off after Chrisean committed an act of violence against the mother of his child. Someone who, even if their relationship ended badly, he wouldn't want to see harmed for a TV show. In 2021, he was charged with felony gun possession during a routine traffic stop in Hollywood. He and two other men were arrested for attacking a bouncer in San Fernando Valley. He even allegedly punched Chrisean's father in the face. But all of this pales in comparison to his attempted murder charge. On the 8th of October 2022, during an after-party in Las Vegas, Blueface allegedly discharged a gun into an occupied structure. Supposedly, he pulled a gun during the party and fired at a man in a truck, potentially killing him and injuring others at the scene. Yet, despite all of this, Chrisean stood by her man. Chrisean was supposedly supportive of him during all of this, even sharing a blurry clip of them together with a caption, "This was 3 hours before they took you from me. Jesus got us, no weapon formed against us shall prosper. I'm Yo Rock forever." It would seem as though he could do no wrong to her. Yet, even when he faced allegations of domestic abuse against her, Chrisean denied them and cleared his name. However, it feels as though we can't ignore some simple facts surrounding Blueface. He's a man that has shown multiple times to have a very short temper, a temper that, when lost, is willingly turning to violence. He's also a very rich and influential man. He has a lot of sway in the industry and a lot of powerful friends. So we have to wonder if Chrisean is as supportive as she is out of love and devotion, or because she has a lot to lose if she were to permanently lose Blueface. When she is signed to his recording label and starring in a show all about their relationship and pregnant with his baby, how can she not support him? Anything less could potentially cause her to lose the cushy life she has gotten accustomed to over the last few years. It would be easy to place the blame solely on Blueface for their relationship. After all, when when Chrisean tweeted about her pregnancy, claiming that Blueface was the father, he didn't even react well. He responded by saying that Chrisean had been with at least 10 other men that year, and that without a DNA test, he would refuse to believe that the child was his. He also made it clear that this time, their relationship was done for good, that now their relationship was only business. So we could take this as Blueface being a bit heartless, just like many other celebrity men that had refused to support their own child. But there's another way we could look at this. Right from their first meeting, Chrisean showed herself to be possessive. She got into fights with the other girls on the reality show and members of the Blueface's family. But she knew what she wanted and she went for it. If we look closer at the timing, Blueface and Chrisean ended their relationship and then she is suddenly pregnant. Is this just a coincidence? Or was it all part of her plan to trap him with a baby? We know that Chrisean is not the only victim in the relationship. Having previously denied allegations of domestic abuse towards her from Blueface, she did not do the same for herself. During an Instagram live stream, she appeared to take credit for giving Blueface a couple of black eyes. It would seem as though that any violence from one is returned against the other in time. Like when Chrisean tried to run, Blueface left her with a bald patch, or how they have a long history of public domestic abuse against each other. It would seem as though that Chrisean has accepted not only that violence is a part of their relationship, but what makes it marketable. Whenever people spot either of the pair with bruises, it causes them to trend, and attention in a business such as theirs equals money. After all, they only have their show Crazy in Love because of how dysfunctional their relationship is. They are rewarded for their violence against each other, and now it seems as though it has finally caught up with Chrisean. The sad fact of the matter is that violence against men for a very long time was not taken seriously. Even in the modern day, men are still seen as the most likely to be the abuser in the relationship. When people look at Chrisean and Blueface's relationship, they see how Blueface has ruined her, how he has used her and then dropped her, but they tend to miss the violence she has committed, how she was often by his side when he committed his crimes, including when he punched her own father. Chrisean has been complicit for years, and it would seem as though the public has lost their taste for it. It would seem that the business has always come first when it comes to the pair's relationship, and like many arrangements that are coming to an end, Blueface wanted to buy her out. He said in an interview that, "I'm only airing her ass out because y'all think she's a solid," the rapper said as he offered her $100,000 to end their relationship. Unfortunately, this exchange seems to have fallen on deaf ears. What will it take for us to end this? Nice and pleasant. It's not pleasant. Blueface has said that their relationship is only business now, but we wonder how long will the business side remain. Chrisean made his money as part of their relationship. She got attention towards the record label and helped to keep their names in the press. But now that Blueface has officially called that off and she's still trying to get his attention, how long before she's more trouble than she's worth? Blueface is a man with means and resources, while Chrisean is an OnlyFans star that owes most of her fame to her relationship with Blueface. If he were to cut her off completely, she would be completely ruined. When it comes to their relationship, we as the public have to wonder if we played a hand in the cycle of domestic abuse. We consume the damage done to these real people, all for the drama and entertainment, when real damage is actually being done. Blueface and Chrisean are just another couple who saw this trend and went along with it. But unfortunately, it would seem as though Chrisean is not ready to accept that this may be the end of their relationship and her career. But with everything that she has done, can we really feel sorry for her? After all, isn't she just as guilty of violence as Blueface is? Do we perhaps only feel sorry for her because she's a woman? And if the roles were reversed, would we feel sorry for Blueface? When a relationship is followed by drug busts, attempted murder, and domestic violence, we all know that it's not healthy. We also know that it isn't sustainable. The simple truth is that when a relationship like Blueface and Chrisean burns as bright as it does, it will eventually burn out, and the fallout is someone being burnt. It would seem that that someone is Chrisean this time. She simply doesn't have the same kind of protection to fall back on like Blueface has, and with a baby on the way that Blueface refuses to claim, we have to wonder if things will look better for her anytime soon. Or is this the beginning of the end for Chrisean? Suppose you are suffering from domestic abuse or any of the issues mentioned in this video. In that case, you can find a link for help in the description below. You are not alone. Help is out there and you deserve to receive it.